Hello and welcome to my online learners for a brief introduction to Chapter 9 on the nervous system. Notice that I've put Chapter 9 and Chapter 10 together because they're together with the nervous system. And then I've kind of broken them apart. So first thing to do is download the reading guide. In Chapter 9, we're going to look at the nervous system's control over the body, the difference between the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system, different things called input devices, which is where the information comes in. Output is where the information goes to. Then we're going to look at something called the peripheral nervous system is divided again into the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system you think about, and this is the one that controls your muscles. The autonomic nervous system is something that happens automatically, and this is the sympathetic, which is the fight or flight, and the parasympathetic, called rest or digest. We're also going to look at nervous tissue. We talked about nerve cells and neuroglia, so you'll look at that. And then also how nerves work. I've included some of the pathology again, just so this way you can put diseases with the system, but we won't go into a lot of detail on the diseases. I just want you to be aware of them. Then we're going to look at how the synapse works and how the reflexes work. And then look at the spinal cord. So there's quite a bit to do there. And again, pay attention to this reading guide because it has more, the textbook has more detail than the textbook does. Sorry, the textbook has more detail than the reading guides. So if we look at Chapter 9, here's your to-do list here. Now I have included some lecture videos, and I've also included a video on the synapse, the central nervous, or CNS, the cerebral spinal fluid, and the reflex arc. And they have a little more information than you need to know, but I find that videos are a really good way to show a process. Okay, now there is an assessment here. So let's go back to the assessment, and then we'll talk about Chapter 10. The nerve impulse summary. Now, I want you to get the general idea of what's happening with the nerve impulse, and I've done it. I've included one of my favorite nerve impulses here. Sorry, one of my favorite videos on the nerve impulse. I would like you to watch it and then summarize it using some words. Download the assignment here. Please do not copy word for word. I want you to summarize and put it in your own words. I really won't be grading grammar, but I do want you to know what's going on. You could even do it in a flow chart or in points if you wish, but I want you to rewind the video, stop and go as many times as you wish to get the idea of how the nerve impulse, how does that action potential move along the nerve. Okay? Very good there. So that is Chapter 9. Make sure you also watch for the, just a second here, the video I've created on the nervous system and the spinal cord, and I walk you through the information found in the textbook. So that's Chapter 9. Then when it comes to Chapter 10, in Chapter 10, go back to the beginning here. The Chapter 10 to-dos consist of getting the reading guide, watching videos. I'm going to look at briefly what a concussion and stroke is and how that affects it, and the autonomic nervous system, which is the fight or flight and the rest and digest. So there is no official assessment in this, but look for relevant questions in the textbook. Okay, so that is the nervous system for Chapter 9 and Chapter 10. All the best. Bye.